Alright, hey there guys, Iron Dragon SC here, making another video. I moved the table back here up against the wall, and it used to sit right where the camera's sitting right now. And real quick, I guess I'm going to go give you a tour, take the camera off the tripod, and explain to you what exactly is on the table, because I got a new RC the other day. Just unplug it real quick. Shut off the tripod. There we go. Alright, now, wire tape. What I've done so far is I moved the tripod back. It's a halfway decent tripod. Sturdy anyway. The camera plugs in. Well, I can use this blue cord, which runs all the way back into the back of the TV. Plug it into the camera, and I can see myself in the TV. It's kind of helpful. Not really. But I like to use it. I got toolboxes, extension cords, wires, copper pipe, you name it. Toolboxes under the table. Box of dead RCs, as I prefer to call it, because it is full of dead RCs. Mainly. Well, except for one. One escaped. No, it didn't. What's on the table back over here? Black Knight. My street racing RC. Buggy truck thing, whatever. It's a Traxxas Rustler. Really old. Manual. Servo operated. Speed control. 20-turn Scorpion Stinger, I don't know, something in there. Missing the receiver, but I usually use it with a Futaba T2PH. Works great for this. Head down. My Traxxas Rustler, which is plugged in charging, so is the battery for the other Rustler. This is a brand new Rustler. Came with the old 27 megahertz remote, and that's my battery thing beeping at me. The Prophet 2 plugged up the 6 cell that goes in that. But I usually keep the battery strapped down in this, except for when I want to use long run times, and I just switch it out with the battery in that. But it's a good car all around. 27 megahertz, so it gets a lot of interference. That's a 75 megahertz. Didn't get that much interference, but it still has the low range for it. I'm sorry, it's freezing down here in the basement. Back shocks work pretty well, except for this one right here. I bent it on a ramp once the other day. I was running it and had a ramp angle too raw off to one side, and I hit a sporting 4x4 for it, or 2x4. New remote. What could it be for? 2.4 gigahertz. Walkera. Extremely nice. I really like it. Connecting. But connecting to what? Yeah, my cat had a ball with the antenna. I hate him for that. I really hate that cat. What could it connect to? Maybe this gives you a hint. If it doesn't, I'll just look over here. We have a Walkera 400 Llama metal, meaning it comes with these metal parts up here. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera too much. I'm like shivering right now. It's freezing in the basement. Took the ESC out of it because I fried it trying to put this spare receiver in, which this cable plugs into on channel 2. This is the giant Futaba receiver that goes in that guy, and it is huge, like huge. But so this is the regular receiver for it. It also has the ESC unplugged from it. It usually sits right there, and I usually pile this one right on top of it. And that was for a servo winch in the back. It's basically one of these big guys right here that steers these two guys. This is one of the original ones. At the old one right there. And all I did was I did a servo winch mod to it. You can look it up on YouTube. It's really fascinating. Pocket knife. that just flew up out of nowhere. Parts of my old helicopter. Okay, so I made a servo winch for it. Put about a yard of yellow, if you'll zoom in, yellow twine on it and a extremely large hook. It was broken in several areas. The tail was broken off. The front landing gear was broken off, so I just replaced it with an old pair of skis from an old helicopter that I had. It's really off balance. I need to balance it some with some weights. But yeah, I burnt out the ESC by connecting some wires wrong right here. If it'll focus. I swear if you don't focus, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah. Right there, those wires, exposed them on the wrong sides, and wired a receiver cord in there, which I should have it around here somewhere. Let's look around, shall we? Gaze around. Receiver plug in. Receiver cord. This table's such a mess. And I think I just cleaned it off over here. Now I filled it with more crap. Okay, I can't find it. But, you know, it's what a receiver plugs into. It's like one of these cords, but with only two, like a red and black line. And it supplies power to the receiver. And, so I was wiring one of those in for the Futaba, which is right there. I'm still getting used to a camera. And, focus, you stupid thing. Okay, so it, during flight one time, I guess the two wires accidentally touched together when I set it down. And, well, it didn't like that. And the ESC stopped working, period. But so, what else was wrong with it that made him made him want to give it to me for $50 was inside here, the top thing. I hear this is a popular problem, that where the grub screw comes undone. 1 second, I'm just gonna zoom here. Where the grub screw comes out, the two grub screws, they don't have 100% grip on the shaft, and you have to buy a new gear or something like that. What I did was I took the two small screws out of the landing gear. I have a bin full of small screws that I've taken out of other parts of the helicopter. If I can pick one up. Sorry. That screwdriver is not magnetic, but I'll still try. I hate you. Took one of these small screws out of the landing gear that hold the landing gear in. It's just a pin that drives through a shaft in the landing gear, and the shaft fits in the hole really well, so I didn't think it needed that pin to hold her down, so I took it out and it works just fine. But I coated those in epoxy. What brand? Scotch-Weld DP 110 gray. I don't know if I'm getting this because I'm not looking at the viewfinder at all. It's turned around. I use that for most RCs. Don't use it. I'm not endorsing it. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying this is a permanent fix right here. But it's working. It worked for the short time that I flew it before I burnt it out. ESC is only $20 online, so I'll get a new one in soon. So yeah, that was a studio move. I got my charging systems back there. We have that goes to the new Wrestler. This one goes to my Prophet 2. I like it. Prophet Sport 2, excuse me. Peak detecting charger. I really like it. And this guy right here goes to my charger for the Llama. He gave me 3 lipos. 3 sail aircraft lipos. That was like the greatest deal I ever got. But yeah, that's the moved around workshop. Remotes, RCs, new RCs, and I'll catch up to you next time with possibly a running vid for the Wrestler or the Llama. Probably not the Llama because it's cold. It's January 19th, and I really don't want to go fly outside. Sorry. Yeah, for now, this is Iron Dragon SC signing off. I'll be sure to get a new video out soon-ish. I will try anyway. See ya.